everybody. My name is Rachel Haney, and I am today with Nathaniel Haney, owner and operator of Red, White, and Blue Property Preservations. And today we just wanted to go over just some of the changes happening with COVID-19, but how awesome it is that with the technology nowadays that Cireia is still able to provide you with the classes virtually this time. So this week you've registered with 3 different classes, and I just wanted to ask you how easy it was, what it was that you had to do, and what's different about it. Yeah.
Well, there's obviously a lot different because a big part of why everybody loves Vickie and Cireia and all the relationships that we have to lean on is because of those relationships. And so anytime you have something a little bit different, something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, naturally speaking, it's easier to go a little bit more introverted, take a step back, because you don't really know what direction to go. Well, you can't say that about Cireia, because there's one thing you know about Vickie and you know about her team. It's that they are always absolutely working hard to make sure that the members such as myself, Rachel, the Simple Wholesaling team, let's see here, the Burr strategy team, all these people work incredibly hard to come together to keep things moving forward. So if you don't mind, I'm going to back up because I will tell you that without you, I wouldn't have known where to find the schedule of things to register for. So if you go to the Cireia.club, that's Cireia.club, and then you click on the events at the top of the toolbar, it'll have a calendar in there that you can actually open up. And all you have to do is very, very easily go in, select the group that you want to be a part of, and that you want to be a part of the interactive Zoom process or Facebook Live process, and you can easily go in there and register. And that's where I registered for the 3 classes that I'm personally going to be involved with this week, so that even though we have this whole quarantine stuff in place, I can still be proactive and effective in my business and make sure I'm taking care of my investors and their properties to the best of our ability.
So on the 24th, it's Real Deal walkthrough with Sterling. And what's this about? So basically, typically last time what you did was you actually went to a house. This time, after he registered, he was able to see that there's going to be a Zoom link. So in the comfort of your own home, you're not having to drive out, you're still going to be able to get the one-on-one lesson from Sterling, who is very well known in this industry around here for his property management. So there's really no excuse not to continue learning your education through this and get ahead of the game, get ahead of everybody else who's basically deciding, you know what, we're just going to stay in and not do anything. This is your time and opportunity to get ahead. Take every chance that you can get to communicate with all of these seasoned experts in the industry. The very next day, we have Simple Wholesaling on Wednesday, and actually they're not doing a Zoom link. What they're doing instead is they actually have a Facebook group called Wholesaling Made Simple. It's a public group. You guys can just type that up and you'll be able to access it, and it's completely free, so you don't even have to register for that. And I believe it's from 6 to 8. You guys can just go on there and actually see the lesson that they have. Wholesaling Made Simple. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the group?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to back up one day, though. I'm sorry. Real Deal Walkthrough, they are starting a brand new house. If you've never flipped a home on your own, you've never had to hire contractors, you've never had to work with a project manager, a general contractor to make sure property that you are purchasing, rehabbing, and flipping, or purchasing, rehabbing, renting, refinancing, if you've never gone through that process, I highly, highly recommend you take the time to be a part of the Real Deal walkthrough this week, because they are starting with a brand new house, and it's going to put you in in the driver's seat, especially if you're new to the industry or just new to that process. It's going to put you in the driver's seat of where to start and what things you should be looking for as you begin to put together your project timeline. Wholesaling made simple. Clearly, everybody knows Simple Wholesaling. And part of that reason is because they're so incredibly helpful, and they help a lot of people really get off the ground and get started correctly. So I can't express enough enthusiasm behind making sure you hop on the Wholesaling Made Simple group page tonight or tomorrow. Make sure you hop in there. You take a look at the rubric or the regimen that they're going through on Wednesday night, and then hop into the Cireia page and make sure you get registered for that class and throw it up on your 60-inch 4K. I mean, that's what we do. We throw it up on the 60-inch 4K, and it also becomes an opportunity for us to share with our kids. You know, exactly what mommy and daddy do and how we help people and how we help investors, and honestly, how we end up making money to pay for all the stuff that our family has the opportunity to take advantage of.
And Brian Snyder is going to be the person that you can contact if you have any questions about that. And below this video, I'll be adding the links of the different subgroups leaders. So finally, the very next days, we have Burr Strategy with Grant Anderson.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
You've been at one of his classes, and so have I. He and his wife, Rebecca Anderson, are very well known in this industry also.
Power couple.
They are a power couple. They're definitely somebody you want to get to know and get some advice from. If the birth strategy is something that is actually in this industry, they say this is a formula that you just can't mess up if you actually follow it. So what's some of your takeaways when you went to their class?
Well, if you know Grant and Rebecca, you just know that they are salt of the earth, really kind people who are willing to give of themselves and give of their knowledge and provide you with information. You know, when Rachel and I first started in this business, real estate that is, you know, we had a lot to learn. We had a lot to learn, and thankfully we had some very great people in Cireia, to include Vickie and her whole executive team, come alongside us and really do a lot of coaching. And a part of that was Grant and Rebecca. And so going through their Burr strategy class, buy, rent, rehab, refinance, they'll walk you through the process of actually establishing your first purchase, and then what you should look for and the exact algorithm, because we all know that a deal is not a deal unless it's a good deal. If you're buying a bad deal, then you're going to lose money. You never want to break even. You never want to lose money. But gosh darn it, you never, ever want to lose money. And that's what Grant and Rebecca will do for you if you take advantage of their class on, what night is that? I'm sorry. It's Thursday the 26th. Okay. Hop on the Cireia event page, go to the calendar, click on it, get registered. Again, throw it up on your 60-inch 4K television. And maybe put together with you and your spouse, if you typically aren't at the Cireia meetings together, maybe this is an opportunity for you guys to come together as well.
Yep. And I think what I really like about this, specifically the Zoom link, is that we had discussed this, but a lot of the reason why people really love Cireia is they go there for the networking opportunity. And what I like about the Zoom link is actually, I think that allows multiple people to introduce themselves and to show who themselves are. So I'll definitely make a point to talk to those subgroup leaders to provide an opportunity for everybody on there to be like, hey, my name is so-and-so, this is where I'm at, this is my phone number, my email address, and this is what I'm looking for. So because that's the one thing that everybody, like I specifically go there with a pen or my phone, and I get everyone's information down so that I can then, you know, if I ever have any deals or anything, I can have somebody just could completely increase that cash buyer list, my investors list. So you're still going to get an opportunity to network via this way. So I think this is definitely the time and an opportunity where the people who really want it, we're going to really see that. So in the comfort of your own home, you guys are still able to do this. There's just not an excuse. There's not any reason to be a part of this. If anything, it's going to save you gas and money and time getting out in the car. So grab some popcorn or do something and get comfortable.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. Do you have any other last tips for the week on how to maneuver through this kind of unknown territory that we're going through?
You know, that's a really good question. A couple of things, you know, number one, real estate transactions. People that are dealing with real estate, we are part of the essential business order according to the state of Indiana. So we want to flatten that curve to assist where we can with the pandemic. And of course, we want to keep those around us safe. And we want to make sure that we're not bringing home illness. You know, I would encourage you, stay engaged. You know, you need to be dialing and smiling. Stick to your morning ritual every single day. Make sure you're getting up. Make sure you're getting after it. You're not sleeping in until 8, 9, or 10 just because you don't have to go to the office or just because you don't have walkthroughs first thing in the morning. you still need to be executing that cash buyers list. You need to be continuing conversations with your cash buyers. And especially if you're in the wholesaling world, you do not want a day to go by where those cash buyers are feeling like you don't care about them, or like just because you don't need them right now, you don't want to be communicating with them. So I would highly recommend, make sure you stick to your morning ritual. Make sure you're getting out of bed and you're hitting the phones, okay? Make sure you're reviewing your goals for the day, week, month, quarter, year. All right, so you can continually be building that list of things that you will accomplish when this whole pandemic moves past us. And then remember, stay plugged in with the Cireia website. Stay plugged in with the Cireia website, because we have the ability to continue operating, continue making money. I think that's the biggest thing people are worried about right now. You know, whether it's toilet paper or meat at the grocery store or toothbrushes. People are scared because they don't know what's going to happen with currency, what's going to happen with the money. We have the ability to continue making money. All right? We are essential to the bedrock of our foundation's financial system, real estate transactions. So get out there, continue staying after it. Make sure you're washing your hands and sing the ABC, sing happy birthday. All right, just like my kids and I do. All right, make sure you've got some hand sanitizer in the car with you, and make sure you're doing everything you can to take care of your family and yourself and stay safe during these very questionable and challenging times emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the term? Don't ghost people. Just don't ghost people. Don't ghost your investors or your contractors or your lenders. Communicate with them. I mean, it's just absolutely essential at this time. So thank you so much, Nathan, for talking about this with me. And hopefully this allows you guys an opportunity to kind of see that there's transitions, but you guys can still proceed with the virtual online classes. And I just talked to Vickie this afternoon, and she mentioned, please tell people I'm always available for any questions whatsoever. I love the fact that our executive director of Cireia has literally an open door policy at all times, and she welcomes it because she's so passionate about making sure that you succeed. So her phone number, 317-670-8491. I actually have it memorized because I call it so much. So anyways, you guys have a great evening, great day, make the best of it, and hopefully we'll see you guys at the virtual classes. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Hi. Nathan.
Let's start over.
Why?
We need to redo that intro.
Why?
That's rough.
Why?
Because you seem very timid, like a little mouse.
So? I am timid like a little mouse. What do you want me to do?
You didn't know. I mean, just do it all.
Well, you were like moving your arms.
It's because it went dark. And
so I didn't need that.
Well, I do. When you want me to speak, I'm going to need that. There's not just you in this interview. You should have your hands on the table anyways. They shouldn't be under the table. Newscasters never keep their hands under the table. They keep their hands on.
My hand up? Was my hand?
Your hands were down here and you were slunched.
Sweetheart.
Like this.
It's okay.
I'm just saying, put your hands on the table.
I'm not as cool as you.
It's not about being cool.
Yeah, but I'm not as cool as you.
False bravado is still
bravado.
bravado.
This is totally gonna go in the bloopers. Totally gonna go. Okay. Alright. Now you got me all nervous.
Well, you should be. Nerves are good. Nerves are good.
You got some drops on your beard. Actually, you didn't. I just wanted you to see it.
All right.
Okay.